লাভ ইউ। বাঘের গর্জন হবে আজকে।
লাইফবয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ দেয় জীবাণু প্রতিরোধে সাধারণ সাবানের চেয়ে 100% শক্তিশালী সুরক্ষা।
সবকিছু এক ক্রিমে।
গোলাপি নির্যাস আর ভিটামিন ই সহ নতুন লাক্স দেয় চাঁদের মতো উজ্জ্বল চেহারা। লাক্স।
একজন শহীদ বুদ্ধিজীবী ডক্টর ফজলে রাব্বির বীরত্বগাথা, এমনই সব ইতিহাসের আলো অনলাইন মুক্তিযুদ্ধ জাদুঘরের মাধ্যমে পৌঁছে যাক সবার কাছে। দেশের 1 নম্বর নেটওয়ার্কে গ্রামীণ ফোন।
নেক্সট এডিশন।
নাজিয়ানা, আনিকা।
ম্যাডাম, সিনেমা হিরোর নামেই চলে। আপনি চুলে নজর দেন, গরম আর ঘাম চুলের শাইন নষ্ট করে ফেলে।
শাইন তো মন খুলেই করব আমিও, আর আমার চুলও।
নতুন সানসিল্ক ব্ল্যাক শাইন, এতে আছে আমলা, পার্ল প্রোটিন আর ভিটামিন ই অ্যাক্টিভ মিক্স, যা চুলকে দেয় 24 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত শাইন।
শাইন করব মন খুলে। ওয়াও, পার্লারে গিয়েছিলি?
A very good afternoon to the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium for the third One-Day International of the Madhumati Bank Limited Bangladesh vs Ireland ODI series, powered by Mr. White Detergent Powder. It's a hazy, cloudy afternoon here. The crowds have started coming in. That's what has transpired in a couple of days earlier. First ODI emphatic win by Bangladesh by 183 runs. Unfortunately, the rain playing foul and no result in the second one. Hopefully, we get no rain interruptions and we finish the game today. 3 T20 internationals coming up after this in Chattogram, and they finish off the Irish tour with the test match in Dhaka. Well, the second ODI was full of runs. In the first part, though there was no result, it was all about Mushfiqur Rahim. He was really on top of things, and a different mindset for the stalwart. Really, that's his usual shot, the sweep shot, but more often than not, in that innings, he was really hitting the balls in all parts of the ground, particularly the offside. And the Irish bowlers played to his attacking mode. It was really a delight to watch him really race away to the fastest 100 by a Bangladeshi and One-Day International. It's just the 60 balls. And that was a superlative innings by Mr. Dependable. Terrific for the crowd, and he was over the moon. He was really looking very focused, thanking the Almighty, and it was great to see him back amongst the runs, and big time too. And it's really superb. Have a look at the wagon wheel. It really hit it all around the ground, but as I said, the particular onus on the offside when really took the bowling apart with big numbers in that offside area. Right, so that's a look at his career. 35 years old, is still going strong, and it's got 9 centuries in to add to that one. And short while earlier, it was H.D. Ackerman who went across and had a chat with Mushfiqur Rahim.
Mushfiq, firstly, congratulations for that 100 the other night. Spectacular innings. How are you enjoying batting in that number 6 position? I know you've done it over 50 times, but you really seem to have embraced it now.
Yeah, first of all, Alhamdulillah, yeah, I had a good opportunity to bat at number 6. Previously, I also done that, if I can remember, but still I thought early on the wickets was a bit juicy, but our openers and number 3, number 4, they batted really well to set up on the back end, and I really enjoyed because the surface, the condition was pretty good to bat on, so I just capitalized my skills.
Number of young guys that have come into the side and are in and around the squad. What do you think your role is embracing those fellas in the team?
No, obviously, it gives a lot of confidence to as a senior player, because when someone coming like Hridoy or those Shanto, they are coming in and chipping in with the scores, so it gives us a luxury to go from ball 1 especially, so there is no pressure from our end, and just we have to go and express ourselves.
I refuse to say that you're in the twilight of your career because of how well you played the other night. Was it a lot of fun out there?
Yeah, obviously, when you are batting with that strike rate, and when youngster in the other side, so it's really enjoyable, and hopefully I will continue the same way.
Your coach has on numerous occasions spoken in the media about how he wants to see the more aggressive style come into the Bangladesh batting order. Is that what we're starting to see now?
Yeah, obviously, it all depends on the condition, because last 2-3 series we haven't been playing with a good sporting surface. There is little bit of help for the spinners and all the quicks, so this is first time I think the wickets are very good to bat on, so that's we just want to express ourselves, and let's see how far we can go as a batting unit.
Are you happy with where you are as a team as a whole?
The clouds stay away. Right, short while earlier, Atar Ali Khan was the pitch.
Well, I'm standing on the grandstand side of the surface, and on this surface, this is the surface which was used for the second One-Day International. Remember, Ireland won the toss and decided to bowl first. Bangladesh 349 for 6 on the same surface. Not a lot of difference here. The only concern for the teams is what they will do when they win the toss, if they win the toss, because there is a bit of a sunshine right now, but it has been drizzling. It has been wet, so there will be moisture on the surface. So as I walk towards the good length area, there is, you can see there's dark patches. There is grass, quite a lot of grass covering here, but have a look at this. This is quite dark, isn't it, compared to this side. So they'll be eyeing, the bowlers will be eyeing to bowl in this area because it's right on the front of the off stump if you are a right-hander. But the problem for the bowlers, for Irish bowlers, is that they haven't been able to pitch it on the right areas. Very good Bangladesh when they come on to bat, even on this kind of a surface. It's the first 10 overs. It's going to be crucial. How many runs they will give away, and more importantly, will the bowlers be able to extract that seam movement, bowling in the right places, and pick up early wickets. That is what they need to do. Otherwise, as I said earlier, it is a very good and a sporting pitch to bat on. They like the bounce, and they, when get used to the bounce, they can play shots all around the wicket. Win toss, bowl first, make sure you bowl it at the right areas.
Right, for the records here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, 6 matches played. Bangladesh batting first have won it 4 times, batting second once, and no result on one occasion. About 25 minutes back, Andrew Leonard caught up with the 2 captains for the all-important toss.
So time for the toss in the third and final one-day international here between Bangladesh and Ireland, and I've got all the key players alongside me in the middle. We'll start on the extreme left. That's the ICC match referee, Mr. David Boone, joined by the Irish captain, Andrew Balbirnie, and the home captain of Bangladesh, Tamim Iqbal. Tamim, you've got the coin. Give it a toss. That does not count. We'll give it a proper toss on the third and final attempt. Off you go, Tamim. Fourth time lucky. Fourth time.
Tails, please.
Tails is the call. It is a tail again.
Go back to that.
Ireland in a hot streak of winning tosses. What are you going to do, Andy, today, and why?
Yeah, we're going to have a bat. We're going to change it up from the other 2 days. Our bowlers were really good in those 2 games, but we couldn't really get those early inroads. So hopefully something different. We get a bit of change of fortune.
Any concerns with the little bit of weather that we've seen about? We had a couple of showers before the start of play. Usually captains choose to bowl first when there's rain in play.
Yeah, look, the second ODI there was a lot of rain around, and the wicket was under cover for quite a long time, and it did do a bit in the first 10. I'm not sure it'll do as much, but we've got to be good in those first 10, whether we're with the ball or bat, and today it's with the bat.
Okay, finally, any team news, and what's the approach for the side going to be batting first?
No team news. It's the same team, and I think we've got to be watchful of first 10. We've played some pretty good cricket batting first in recent times. We know this is a different challenge against a really good team, and hopefully we can finish this series on a high.
Andy,
thanks.
Nice to look today. That's the Irish captain, Andy Balbirnie. Tamim, you've lost the toss. A change of fortune for you in terms of what you'll do. You'll be asked to bowl first. You're okay with that? What would you have done?
Yeah, I thought even the last game, the first 10 overs was plenty for the fast bowlers. If you see the score line, you scored 350, but whoever batted in the first 10 knew it was really, really difficult. So we just need to utilize those things, and we got 3 spinners in the middle. I think this will give us some help if we are bowling in the daytime. We just have to restrict them as low as possible and then chase it down.
You've been brilliant all series, a win, and then setting a record total in the second ODI. What are the targets today? You obviously want to complete the series win.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very disappointed that the game didn't go through in the second one, but that's okay. It's an international game. You have to be on your toes every game whenever you're playing.
Finally, some team news from me today. Any changes?
There's one change. Yasir Ali Chaudhary is missing out, and Mehdi Miraj is coming back.
Okay, Tamim. Best of luck as well. So that is the news from the toss. Ireland have won the toss. A change of tactic for them today. They're going to have a bat first.
Right, I've got HD Ackerman alongside me. Good afternoon to you. Talk us through the Irish team.
Yeah, good afternoon, Shamim, and to all of you that are tuning in. The Irish have got plenty of work to do. Downey at the top of the order. He looks one for the future. They've got the experience of Sterling and Balbirnie at 2 and 3. And we just wonder whether George Dockrell will get elevated up this order after his superb 45 in the first one-day international.
Bangladesh have made the lone change. Their son Miraj coming in after that freak injury and has replaced Yasir Ali. Right, about set to go here. This third one-day international. We're going to be watching the countdown as well, let's play with Mr. White detergent powder. Oh, chase that one. Lucky not to get a feather to that one. That's the shape that you want as a bowler early on. almost tempted the batter to have a little bit of a fling at it. Stephen Dakhani, 24 years old, and just into his 4th innings, so he'll have butterflies in his stomach. But with the support he has, the experience, at the other side, Paul Sterling has been there for Ireland for many, many years. 140th innings for him.
A little bit of shape away from the right-hander early on here for Hassan Mahmood. Also just a young man making his way in the international arena, but he certainly has been good of late. And he's bowled in real difficult periods for Bangladesh. The captains have been happy to throw him the ball and say, look, we believe in you. And he's bowled at the top of the order, and he's bowled right at the back end as well.
Oh, Kelsey even closer. What about that? That deserved a wicket. Just that hint of a movement. Just inches away.
This moves late. A little bit of swing, but it's the seam movement. I mean, that is angling down the leg side. Doheny shaping to work this away through mid-wicket. He's just trying to defend it, but there's considerable movement there.
It was just shaping in and suddenly off the seam, as you said. Lost some respite with more bat on the ball. Lose some nerves. It's been 4 very good deliveries from this young man.
A little bit circumspect, the young man Doheny at the moment. I know it's the first over, but there is swing movement. You need to be assured in your foot movement. You're either playing the ball very late or you're trying to get to it. You see some batters like to stand out their crease when there's some swing around.
Tad easier to negotiate the ball if it's tight on line. It's getting the full face of the bat behind it. Needs to get that good feel of the bat on ball. It's the early 4 first deliveries were excellent with the movement. And I suppose he'll be feeling a little more at ease now. And he starts off, very nice looking shot, got that behind that very nicely. A chase on here. They're going to ponder a third, and they're going to get it. Good recovery in the deep. The first over has been completed, and it's 3 without loss. Single change in the Bangladesh team. Yasin Miraj highlighted there, coming in. Must remember that freak accident he had while playing football. Got hit on the face. Was trying to save a goal, but thankfully he's recovered. He was hit on the eye. No change in the Irish team.
Did he save the goal? Importantly.
He must have done. Must have done. But he paid for it with chance, not a chance play in the first 2 games, but talking to him earlier, and he said, I'd rather hit me on the nose. I might have played with a broken nose. Going to be Taskin Ahmed. Oh, it's a good delivery first up. He can generate a bit of pace.
I have a sneaky feeling that Paul Sterling will be standing at the non-striker's end thinking that was a lovely well-run 3 off the final delivery of the previous over, just so that he can have a look at what's happening. Front foot barely leaves the popping crease.
The first over we saw some playing and missing, even the first delivery found the channel. Now 3 slips in position. This is good from Bangladesh. Not often that you see 3 slips. They're on the charge, they're on the attack. hoping that Taskin Ahmed can induce a little bit of movement. Mid-on comes a little straighter. The mid-off is reasonably straight. Not the line you'd need when you have three slips licking their lips.
Quite a difficult field to bowl to for an outswing bowler. 7 on the offside, 2 on the leg. Because as an outswing bowler, you're reluctant to start the ball too straight in case it doesn't swing, and then you get worked away through the leg side. So what can happen is you can end up actually bowling the ball too wide of off stump, and then those slips aren't brought in. And not an easy task here for Tuscan.
Channel has to be quite precise, as you said.
You know, batters end up leaving the ball quite a lot when there's a 7-2 field. You'll see in the longer version of the game, captains will take the cover out and they'll move the cover to mid-wicket and encourage the right-hander to drive through the offside and then bring in the slip cordon. But they don't want to here. Being in coloured clothing, everyone's worried about disappearing through that offside. So not an easy task.
Last thing he wants to do is drift it down leg. Hardly any protection. There's one at deep fine and the boundary and a mid-on. So pretty much wide open spaces on the onside. And Holland was pretty happy with the decision by the Irish to bat first. He said to me that with the weather conditions, with the weather sort of increasing and dropping on occasions, this would be ideal for his pace battery.
It's a good length. If it swings from there, the slip cordon they're in business. I think what the Irish were a little bit guilty of in that second one-day international when they bowled first is that there was movement, but they bowled the ball just slightly on a short of a length, that back of a length. When there is swing away and seam away from right-handers, you want to encourage the batter to drive the ball.
Well, just trickled away, allowed that single for the batter to retain strike. After 2, it's 4 without loss. Quiet start. Dakhni just getting to face all the 12 deliveries that have been bowled. Paul Sterling, the experienced player, still waiting to get bat on ball. Oh, Jagbag! What can you say? He has bowled delectably. Really fiery piece of bowling by the young man, Hassan Mahmood.
He's almost in the survival mode here, Dhoni, which can be a dangerous mode to be in. Not sure whether to play, whether to leave. You tend to be more assured in your foot movement if you're looking to score.
Well, he was pegged back even there. He thought about just trying to go for that. Had to just stick to his crease. That back of length delivery. In good controlled bowling by Hassan Mahmood.
The last ball of the previous over from Tuscan Ahmed, it bounces a little bit. See, again, he's just trying to work that away on the leg side. Big outside edge is found. He's just trying to work that into that gap at mid-wicket there to try and rotate the strike.
Again, not really getting the timing right. He's struggling here, the young man, Dakhni. and the bowling has been good. They're just waiting for him to make a move. Maybe with all this pressure building up HD, how would you sort of approach, and with the tight bowling that's going on now?
Well, I think the pressure's created from within because there shouldn't be any pressure at the moment. There's a lesson to be learned from the way that Bangladesh went about getting their 350. It was hard work for them for the first 10 overs.
That is an effort to get hit your way out of trouble. Backed away. I think spotted the length pretty well and allowed quite a bit of the bat on that ball, but found the fielder.
Sterling hasn't even had a hit yet. Paul Sterling, with all his experience, he will be more than happy to stand at the non-striker's end while that kookaburra is flying around corners.
Oh, and something short to test the batter with. It's been good. It's thinking cricketer, the young man, with lack of experience, the way he's bowled, it's very impressive.
Important for Ireland to just absorb this pressure. That spoke about the pressure being created. Pressure's created from within. They need to just absorb it. It'll get a little bit easier.
Throws his bat at it, but does not get around the toe end of the bat. 3 overs done, just the 4 runs on the board. Paul Sterling at last is going to get a chance to face the bowlers. It's been good bowling by Bangladesh, and they kept the batters quiet. But this gentleman is not used to being very quiet. I'm sure he's going to have a look and suss out the nature of the wicket and type of the ball. More often than not, he'll take the attack to the bowlers. Oh, that's another little shape. He's done that on a regular basis, Taskin Ahmed.
This is a good ball. First up, this is a really good delivery. The important thing here is for Ireland is they struggled with the bat in that first one-day international. A nice realistic total. 250, 260, give yourselves a chance in this final ODI. They can level the series, but they need to bat well.
Oh, I said that delectably. That is what you expect from Paul Sterling. He's not going to stick around, and if there's an opportunity, he'll take advantage of that.
Just look at the difference in the foot movements between Sterling and Doheny. Doheny for the first few overs barely got his front foot past the popping crease. Sterling looking to score. If you bowl a bad ball, I will be able to put you away. That's brilliant.
Wasn't too bad a delivery either. It's just the class of the shot, really reading the length of the line of the ball, and just a lovely shot through the covers. Hasn't really prompted any change in the field. Paul Sterling taking his time and settling down. First boundary coming in the 4th over. The 2 officials in the middle today is of course Masud Rahman Mukul of Bangladesh in his 17th one-day international. And is partnered in the middle by the experienced Rod Tucker in his 92nd ODI. Ghazi Sohail is the TV umpire. Shoulders, arms, and it's all being overseen by the match referee. There he is, David Boone. Yeah. Just looking after everything so that things go in a proper manner all around. Solidly behind that.
Yeah, again, just looks so much more assured, and that's the experience that's probably counting here. You know, the extra cover drives, then 2 leaves outside off stump, and then a strong defensive stroke pushing forward from Paul Sterling. So already an understanding that I need to work hard inside these first 10.
Lots of just gathered overhead again. Might help the cause of Taskin Ahmed. Just cutting back in, not in control. Good finish to the over, 8 without loss. Quiet start here by Ireland. Going at 2 and over, 8 without loss after 4. Hassan Mahmood back on. Whips that away. That is a controlled shot. That's a confident looking shot. And it's going to be a teaser. The ball wins the race to the boundary. Initially, I thought it was a deliberate closer off the face of the bat. It seemed more like a thick inside edge. Didn't matter. It went on racing away to the boundary. He's a lot of nerves. Lovely city of Sylhet and wonderful ground here, the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Keep on saying how pretty it is, picturesque ground. We like to come here, and the wicket has been sporting. That is a crucial part. Oh, did he get a range? I think he has from that very tentative little push there. And the first strike here by Hassan Mahmood.
It was coming. It really was coming for Doheny. He struggled throughout his brief innings. Very little foot movement forward or back throughout. And this one just finds the outside edge. Simple catch for Mushfiqur Rahim. And Hassan Mahmood has the first wicket for Bangladesh. Doheny goes for 8. Ireland 12 for 1.
Middle, please. Middle enough? Middle. Middle to you, about 3 inches. More. More. Yep.
Andrew Balbirnie, the captain of Ireland, comes in. He's going to add to the numbers here. Look at that, 2,670. 88 innings for him, 800s, 1350s. That's a good conversion rate for him. Oh, first up, Jaffa. Brilliant delivery.
indecisive. Dhoni. Now this ball pitches in a very similar position to the first ball that Balbirnie gets, but this one bounces.
How close was that? That's what Mushfiq is wondering. Wonderful. He's kept that channel in control. He's bowled a steady length. He's just given the seed of doubt. The manner in which Dhoni went, never sure, never committed to that shot. It's just a little push at the last moment. Hardly any foot movement, but this is so very rhythmic, so very controlled. Doesn't seem to really overexert himself. Hassan Mahmood, as he comes into bowl. When you do that, when you're balanced, you more often than not come up with the goods you want to deliver. Just that channel, tad back of a length on that occasion. 13 for 1 after 5. It's 14 for 1. It's been difficult for Ireland deciding to bat first. Have not been really allowed to get a move on. Lost a wicket already. Sterling. It's getting to his head. That's a wild-looking shot there.
Thought about a run, turned it down, but then the direct hit just ensured that the man backing up could do nothing about an overthrow.
Not the wisest option trying to throw down the wicket when both batters seem to be content. Stay within their crease. Oh, there's an opportunity. Almost went to hand. I think he might have had a hand to it. Would that be a drop? Mehdi Hasan Miraj.
He's a good fielder, Mehdi Hasan Miraj. And this is the shoulder of the bat. And it's in the air for a long time. He gets there just the fingertip.
I think he's done well. Any other fielder might not have reached that. Just sprightly Mehdi Hasan Miraj went just evading him. Good effort. Oh, this is superb bowling. Really fiery spell here. Generating quite a bit of pace too.
We're certainly seeing movement both in the air or off the surface. But I suppose many are looking, thinking, well, what are Ireland doing having a bat first? You can probably understand after Bangladesh over 300 in both one-day internationals. But I just wonder if Andy Balbirnie had all his seamers to his disposal. There's a couple of injuries, a couple of guys not available here. We think of Little and McCarthy. If they were available, would he have made the same decision?
Suspect not. I think he'll be tempted to go with the conditions we've talked about, with the track having a tinge of green, with clouds overhead. Maybe it would have been a different decision. Almost squared him up. It's again straight to the fielder. But you've got to go with what you have, HD. And that's, I think you pointed out rightly, that with the mammoth scores that Bangladesh put up, it was an automatic sort of choice to bat first here. Did not want to give Bangladesh that opportunity. Pile on the runs and put the pressure on them again. Good from Tuscan. After 6, it's 15 for 1. Such a lovely view from the drone with the 2 grounds in view. The outer ground here just behind us. Good facilities all around here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Open the face, protection in the deep.
Important, this partnership between these two, the most experienced in the Ireland side.
Back to you a little bit.
Yeah, it was an indifferent innings from the young man. There'd been a bit of movement both off the surface and in the air, so he was very indecisive in his foot movement, and eventually his outside edge was found.
And the consistency of that delivery. Thought about going up for an appeal there, Mushfiqur Rahim, but beating the bat, and this time of the skipper, Balbirnie.
Just so important for Ireland to understand that they don't need to get 350. They don't need to get 300 here. To give themselves an opportunity just to try and build a partnership, get through this tough period, and sort of think, well, if we can somehow muster around about 250, and then under the lights, maybe we can knock a few over early on, get a little bit more luck on our side, which they didn't have in the second ODI.
Oh, that's fortunate. Tried to just swivel around, it got a bit of bat to it, it's got himself 4 lucky runs.
Good bounce of this. Good pace, good direction. That's a beauty.
He's mixed it up so very well, Mushfiqur Rahim, agile as ever, despite his years. And Balbirnie knows that he's got to just keep a calm head. Or some resilience. Almost chopped it on. Got an inside part of the bat onto the pad. Rest of the mix, even in this over from Hassan Mahmood.
This didn't do much. This is just, again, batsman a little bit unsure of what the surface is doing. Certainly heavily in favour of the bowling side, the conditions at the moment, but things do change once this Kookaburra gets a little bit older and that seam softens.
Just a clip around the corner for a comfortable single. They need to do that. There won't be too many boundaries along. Rotation of strikers. What's needed for Ireland at this moment.
Yeah, and again, we've seen 3 very different deliveries from Hassan Mahmood. We saw a bouncer, then we saw a back of a length delivery, then we saw an attempted Yorker. When you get conditions like this, you need to land the ball in a consistent area, because some don't move, and then one does. You need to run up and hit the ball in a good area, roundabout off stump. Just ask the ball, maybe it'll seam in, maybe it'll seam away, but don't try too much. You don't need to try too much.
Yeah, and it paid dividends. We saw earlier in his previous overs, he kept that consistency, the corridor of uncertainty on a regular basis. Oh, destroying that. It's the completion of the 7th over. It's 21 for 1.
Ireland winning the toss, and just to change the things around a bit, they decided to bat first on this lively surface. They've not done bad. 21 for 1. Yes, they've lost the wicket of Dahani earlier on. There is seam movement. It's an exciting sight for Bangladesh fans. Have a look at the surface. This is what offers. No! It's green, live grass. There are some bare patches. There are some dark patches due to the overnight rain. Bit of a cracks. And I can tell you one thing. If you're a seamer, you'll be licking your lips here. If you can pitch it in the right areas, you will trouble the batters. Make no mistake. I think that's the challenge for our Ireland team. To be able to be brave enough to go and win toss and decide to bat first on this surface against the likes of Taskin Ahmed and company. Good afternoon, Andrew. You enjoying this?
Good afternoon, Atar, and good afternoon, everyone. And firstly, most importantly, very happy Ramadan Kareem to you. And I know it's a special day for everyone in this part of the world. I'm looking forward to sharing the celebrations and festivities with you.
Yeah, Ramzan Mubarak. It's a special. It's celebrated all around the world. It's by the Muslims. And it's a special month for Muslims all around the world. A month where we fast from sunset. We go for Sehri before the sunrise. From the sunrise to the sunset is the time that we fast. We don't eat or drink. Something that really satisfies the soul.
I'm going to join you for one day. I'm not going to join you for the whole month, but it's something I did when I was at the ICC. I always really enjoyed it in solidarity, and it's a very early get-up, isn't it? 3:30 in the morning. Share some breakfast with your friends, and then you go sunrise to sunset without, and then enjoy, what is it, iftar in the evening?
Yeah, it's the Sehri, when early morning Sehri before the sunrise, and then just about when the sun is setting, then we break our fast, which is called the iftar. Please do.
On the cricketing front, Atar, I think it's a really interesting one, isn't it? You talk about today being a brave decision. I think that's a really generous description, because I think for me today was a bold first day, much like the second game. Those were the two decisions that for me stood out because of the rain that was about, because of the pitch sweating under the covers, because of those grassy patches that you rightly pointed out at the pitch report. I think in the first game, H.D. Ackerman was probably right. That was the day to bat first, but maybe because of those two heavy punishings they took in the field, they've decided to change the tactic today. It's brave, as you said, and maybe with the quality of Balbirnie and Sterling, you can get some kind of a total on the board for the weakened bowling attack to try and defend.
I think so far so good for Andrew Balbirnie, the skipper, who's in the middle, because they have lost only one wicket, and it's the first 10-15 overs which is going to be crucial. Then obviously, with the kind of surface that we've seen, the kind of behavior, this will kept the seamers interested. They have 3 quality seamers, Bangladesh, in the 11. Again, straight to the fielder. It's a good over, just a wide in that over. 22 for 1 after 8. A lovely stadium here in Silodia. There is a Chu. Oh, that one came back. This looks close. This looks tough. Kevin! Well, he just walked back. It's Hassan Mahmood has picked up a second wicket. He's an exciting prospect. And this is an exciting time for Bangladesh to have a look at those seamer bowling on this kind of surface. Sterling goes.
Massive moment whenever Paul Sterling is dismissed for Ireland, and quite often he will review because of his quality, but he knew that has jagged back not just 1 or 2 bat widths, but 4 or 5. A beauty. Sterling's gone for 7, all the 2s. It's 22 for 2.
Off stump? Yes, please. Good ball, Hassan. Good ball. 5 over 5 to come.
Detector is the new batter, and he's up against some quality bowling here. Again, not doing enough, but what about that delivery that just came back and struck him plumb in front? He's here because of this.
Well, not far off unplayable, is it? Look at the movement. Sterling's bat may be just a tiny bit late in coming down. He knows his game. He knows there's not even any point in looking at his captain, his partner at the non-striker's end. He turns and walks off. Rod Tucker gets that one right on the money. Ireland in all sorts of trouble early. Good bowling performance, good start from the hosts.
And it's the kind of discipline that Alan Donald, the fast bowling coach for Bangladesh, will be very pleased about. Remember, we've had for many, many years in the past, we relied so much on spin. That's not the case anymore. And you got to give credit to man on screen, White Lightning. Yes, they've had some fast bowling coaches earlier on. The one which comes to my mind is also Otis Gibson, who did really good hard work, really worked with the bowlers to ensure the kind of discipline. Oh, a bit of a bad there. And it takes time. You must be a little bit patient with the seamers, because it will take time. But when they started to get the field, what they need to do in the middle, then you could look what they've done. Oh, he's gone. He's asked for it.
Third umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. I have checked the front foot and it's a fair delivery. We can start with front on spin vision, please. Can you take it back? Well, it appears to be passing close to the bat. Can I have ultra eyes to see if there's any bat involved, please? Keep it rolling through. Can you take it back all the way before the ball gets next to the bat, please? Yeah, now roll it through. Bat is behind the pad. I'm satisfied that the ball has hit the pad first. You can go for the ball tracking when available, please. Original decision is not out. Pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets hitting. I'm going back to Rod on field. Rod, I would recommend you to change your decision from not out to out. Please stand by. You're on. You can.
What a review. That is an incredible review. We all thought it would hit the bat first, but no. The ball struck the pad first, and he's gone. They took a little bit of time. There was a discussion in the middle, but finally, Tamim has taken the right decision. Harry Tector goes in the same over, and Ireland in all sort of trouble in the 9th over, 22 for 3. An excellent over. This is turning out to be from the youngster Hassan Mahmood. Logan Taka is the new batter. They've lost 2 wickets in this over already. He just bowled beautifully, hasn't he, Hassan Mahmood? Beautiful line and length. He's getting the ball to move around a bit as well. Up and dropped. It's a difficult one. It's not an easy one. I think it's Liton Kumar Das. Chased the wide delivery.
Could well have been a triple wicket maiden here if this was held onto, because Ireland are in tatters, being blitzed away. Down the track, very aggressive stroke from the first ball. As you said, wasn't easy, but a definite.
Excellent over from the youngster. Picks up 2 wickets in that over. After 9, Ireland 23 for 3.
Middle, please. Center. Okay.
All 3 wickets going to the youngster Hassan Mahmood. A couple of them plumb in front. The last one, on the wicket of Tector, they had to take the review. We all thought from up here that he did hit the bat, but yes, he did hit the bat first, the ball, but it was the pad before it hit the bat. Nicely played. I think the key is to just play it as late as possible. Let the ball come onto the bat. They should come back for the third. And then he might have another look there. It's good work in the deep. Have a look at that last wicket.
A really good review, wasn't it? Your initial instinct is that there's bat involved, and there was bat involved, but it was just very shortly after it had flicked the front pad. There's the front pad. The bat comes down just a touch late again. Another thorough examination of the Irish batter's technique, coming at a higher velocity than the Irish bowlers are capable of.
Taken! That's a sharp catch. Nazmul Hasan Shanto. And this time, it's a smile of Taskin Ahmed. Picks up the skipper.
Well, the shot selection has to come into question here, doesn't it? Lorcan Tucker dropped from his very first delivery, going very hard. Look at how hard Balbirnie goes at this. Playing away from his body. It's a very good catch. He's made it look easy, Shanto. And Ireland right now are in danger of being blitzed away, blown away by an outstanding bowling effort. Their captain's gone for 6. Ireland are 26 for 4.
Yeah, boy. After can I center, please? Right to center. Right time over. 4 to come.
Ireland are all over the place. Already 4 down in the 10th, inside the 10th over. Deciding to bat first after winning the toss. In comes Curtis Camphor. Up against Taskin Ahmad is bowling quick. And have a look at that carry also. Lovely delivery. And he's here because of this.
This is the brilliance of this modern Bangladeshi unit. You think about coming to Bangladesh, you get beaten by spin. You get beaten by quality spin. It's a very different Tigers these days. They've produced young, homegrown, express quicks. Always known about the quality of Mustafizer. He's not even in the team today. Abadat Hussain yet to bowl. 3 bowlers, all capable of getting it up in excess of 90 miles an hour, 140k plus. That is the brilliance of this side. 3 seamers, 3 spinners, a balanced attack. Today was a day to win the toss and bowl first. Ireland have a muddied mind after 2 hammerings in the field. They've chosen to bat, and right now they're 4 down in the power play.
Yeah, I like the discipline. I like the way the bowlers have managed to hit the right lengths and the lines. Because if you don't hit the right areas, then you're giving away runs and you're releasing the pressure. It hasn't happened because they bowled beautifully. They've controlled it. And if they ask questions every time, this one just down the leg side. So what they've done in this inning so far, they've forced the batter to play each and every delivery. And that's something that will mightily please Alan Donald. That's exactly what he wants to see from his troops. The young bunch of the seamers to go and express themselves with the ball. Yeah, he's looking pretty cool with the shades on. And why not? He played. It's a tough challenge. Another wicket taking over comes to an end after 10. Ireland 27 for 4. First one international 42 for 1 in the second, but Ireland, have a look at them. They're already 4 down. 27 for 4. The power play done. First power play. And you mentioned about the Fizz not being in the side. There are others. There's Khalid Ahmad. You'll probably see him in the test matches. Abu Jahid Rai, Rejaun Ravan Raja. There's so many. I'm talking about the seamers looking to represent Bangladesh. Lovely, isn't it? Lovely drone shot this is.
And as you saw on the back ground, the academy ground, which is another world-class facility here in Bangladesh, you saw the covers on the square. You see to the right here those blue covers in place. There was a huge amount of rain, not just overnight and yesterday, as this one will be signalled wide, goes away from Tucker, but also what, 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours before play, we had a thunderous downpour. Feels to me like a cast iron day to win the toss and to bowl first. Instead, Ireland choose to bat, and it's the brilliance of this man. He's picked up 3. And he's picked them up in real style, bowling at good velocity. Picks up Ireland's key man in the middle, Tector, thanks to the review.
You just would like to inform everyone that in the last 5 instances, Bangladesh has taken 4 wickets in the first 10 overs of an ODI, as we see the highlights of the power play playing away. But that's a shot catch from Nazmul Hussain Shanto. 31 for 4 versus England was in Mirpur 2018. 39 for 4 versus Zimbabwe. again, Maypur 2018. See, in 2018, they picked 3 times. 4 wickets in the first 10 overs. 42 for 4 versus Sri Lanka. 32 for 5 versus Zimbabwe in Harare. And now today. So they have gone with a plan and it's working for them. That's the wickets today. Now look at those lengths. Deviation. Look at the first one leaving the bat and then the other 2 coming back in. 0.9. That's the deviation. So it gets so difficult, isn't it? For any batter. No matter who you are. If the ball does that, you're in trouble. As the quickest that he has bowled is 140 plus. Again, that movement.
That deviation in the delivery to Paul Sterling is why we were describing it as close to unplayable. All of the other balls going at 0.3, 0.4, those kind of amounts. The one to Sterling, 0.9, it's cut him in half. And what I would love to work out is the difference between the Irish average speeds of their seamers versus the Bangladeshi ones. I reckon there's about 10 kilometers an hour in the difference. That extra velocity, gorgeous stroke. That's going to be 4. Overpitched, and Camphor gets a good piece of it. Very short in his stature and gets low into that drive, gets right on top of the bounce and gets 4 to his name.
Yeah, overpitched. And he cashed in. Lovely touch, beautiful shot. This Camphor picks up a boundary. The shot selection is so important, isn't it? If it's a good delivery, you have to have some solid defense just like that. End of the over after 11, 34 for 4. Well, that's what they're playing for. Ireland will have to come with something very special from this stage of the game. Already 4 down for 34. In the 11th over, there's so many overs left. And here comes Ibadat Hussain. Very impressive. 17 wickets already in the 7 matches. This is his 8th match. He has been a great addition to the one-day squad.
Just to finish my point, that's about the difference between those two sides. So when it comes down from the Bangladeshi seamers with that movement, remember, for the first 10 overs in the second one-day international, Hume and Adair, they got prodigious movement, but it wasn't coming at the same velocity in which these 3 right-arm Bangladeshi seamers are getting it down at, or capable of getting it down at. Therefore, it really tests your technique. So when you get it in the right area with that extra velocity, it puts the batter under huge pressure.
Yeah, it's all about where you're pitching the bit of a misunderstanding, but the misfields allows the batter for a single. I think the most important aspect for a seamer, if he can get it right in terms of lines and lengths, the ball will do the rest. Overcast conditions, grass on the surface, so there is juice available for the bowlers to exploit from the surface. But if you don't get it right, and if you spray it all over the place, then you're asking for trouble. At times, bowlers can do that because they feel that, yes, this is the right surface that I can test the batters with some short pitch deliveries and can lose it. Have a look at that. Again, a good line and good lines from this time around Ibadat Hussain. So they're not really giving anything away to the batters at the moment. Ireland has to fight.
Challenge for Ireland is not a single one of their 3 seamers that have bowled so far in the series touched anything like the speeds that the Bangladeshi bowlers have. And that's the 4 Bangladeshi seamers used throughout the series. No Mustafizer today or in the second ODI. It's a rebuilding phase for Ireland. Last thing they can do is to afford to lose any more wickets. do have batting to come. They do have the safety net of Dockrell and McBride. Even Mark Adair at number 9, very capable. With that man, everything he's touched since coming in, well, it's turned to gold after.
Yeah, the belief in the bowling department, in the seam department, that's what you're talking about. In at number 7, Dockrell, 8, McBride, Adai, but you would want this pair in the middle to absorb the pressure, because you don't want to lose another wicket here. They have to put up a fight and ensure they get a good partnership going on. If they can manage to do that, yes, it'll be very, very good for Ireland. But Bangladesh will be hoping to pick up more wickets here. Ibadat Hussain has bowled beautifully. Picked up 4 for 42 in the first ODI. 37 for 4.
Ireland's 2 most experienced batters, they're back in the hutch. Paul Stirling on the left, cup of tea time for him, and Andrew Balbirnie head and hands on the right. Test every aspect of your cricketing ability and the mental challenge as well, coming to this part of the world, particularly when a home side is in such good form. And for Stirling, you could see how cautious he was throughout his stay at the crease. But then some of the shot selection from Balbirnie, and particularly Tucker from his first ball, he's very lucky to still be there. Ireland, I think they've misread the conditions today. They're going to be put under the pump by an excellent Bangladesh side.
First time spin. Nasim Ahmed, left arm orthodox. And it'll be a test for spinners on this surface also. You're not going to see them getting that purchase where we see it in Mirpur. It's all about making sure that you just keep on applying a little bit more pressure, because they've only gone with 3 seamers. With these conditions, I wouldn't mind Bangladesh picking up 4 seamers at all.
I think that's much like the Irish team selection in the second ODI. I understand why they gave a debut to young Matthew Humphreys. I felt they should have gone with the extra seamer in Fionn Hand, giving him his one-day international debut. For Bangladesh today, definitely a chance to go with 4 seamers. I think funnily it could well prove to be a good toss to lose for Bangladesh. They've got first use there, 3 seamers on fire thus far. Can the spinners provide the support for them and keep Bangladesh right on top in the series?
Yeah, one must not also forget the fact that Ireland have only batted once before this. The second ODI were washed out when they were supposed to go and chase due to heavy rain. It is a little bit dark, yes. On stumps again, just a single, 38 for 4. Yeah, just getting a little bit dark here. 38 for 4. Floodlights coming on. And they've had no answer to the seamers at the moment, Ireland. it's important that, yes, you negate the seamer, you make sure that you don't lose another wicket to a seamer, but it's important to make sure that you rotate the strike. It's now in the 14th over. Lovely sight there. Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Right behind is the academy ground. Here the floodlights on the left. And we're starting to switch on. Yes, he's smashed that. It's the width offered. And he's put that away for the boundary.
At a catching height though, again, fortunate for Tucker. He's a very aggressive player. Always has been, loves T20 cricket where he really prospers. Full extension. If that goes to backward point, it's at a catchable height. But he gets it wide of him and gets 4. Maybe a little counter attack will come from the Leinster Lightning man. Ireland have work to do. As the floodlights comes on, add to the sense of drama. Sweeper does go out with that boundary. Cover sweeper now in place. Deep point, in fact.
That's nicely played. That is a very good shot. That is another boundary. Much better. Down the ground. Anything down the ground suggests that the batter has middle it from right from the middle part of the bat. Have a look at this shot.
A really confident, crisp stroke. Got his first experience, his first taste of franchise cricket, Lorcan Tucker, in the recently concluded ILT20 there in January. Didn't play a huge amount, played a little bit. But even just being in and around some of the names he was with there in the UAE will have been good for him. A young player with huge potential. He played the 2016 Under-19 World Cup that was hosted here in Bangladesh. I always remember Rahul Dravid saying to me, how is he not on your senior team yet at the age of 19, the India coach at that point. There are the average speeds, and that is a graphic illustration as to what we're talking about. The increased velocity, it's not just 10 kilometers per hour for Adair to Taskin and Hassan, but for Hume, it's nearly 15 kilometers an hour, and that's average in the difference. Increased velocity, less time to make decisions, better quality bowling.
Pulled away. Will be a third boundary. Just making sure that they put the bad balls away with that boundary. 50 comes up for Ireland. He's not happy. Tamim Iqbal.
Don't think he's happy because of the lengths. Too full from the previous boundary, and this time too short. It wasn't short enough really to challenge a bouncer, getting it up towards the throat or the head region. Just came in at a nice pullable height. More of a pull than a hook shot. And like any counter attack, it's only worth its value if it keeps going. But just a little 1-2 counter punch from Ireland, 12 off the over.
No! A good over for Ireland. 12 runs in that over. After 14, it's 50 for 4.
Well, the best over for the Irish was the 14th one. It does appear as though there's a little bit of rain that might be on its way. We can only hope that it goes around the ground, but the wind has picked up. The curator and his ground staff have made their way to the covers. But while it is not raining, Nasum will continue.
Bowling, bowling. Good Nasum. One from highlights. Come on, boys.
Just wonder if Ireland might look to be a little bit more aggressive against the spin. There hasn't been any turn to speak of. Good start by the home side, Chamonix.
Ball nice.
Yeah, they've been on the money. It's a brilliant start from Bangladesh, the Tigers, and hunting in packs, particularly Taskin Ahmed and Hassan Mahmood. They've been fabulous.
Balling. Lovely, nice.
President of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, along with other dignitaries, enjoying the match. I think the phase of trial and errors.
Ball nice. Come on, boys. Come on, lads. Fire, lads.
A lot of rebuilding to do here.
Ball.
Steady over. As mentioned, not a lot of turn. 15 gone. 51 for 4. So just the 7 boundaries in the Irish innings after 15 overs. It's been all Bangladesh. Their seamers got fugitive movement off the pitch as well as through the air, but now it'll be spin from both ends, so Ireland can breathe.
Vidya Miraj into the attack, in for the third ODI. Unfortunately missed out in the first 2 ODIs due to a football hitting the face during the training, but thankfully he's back. And HJ, as I was saying, first 2 ODIs, the batters did their job, posting the highest totals, getting the highest win in terms of deficit, in terms of runs. And now, bowling first on all 3 occasions, Ireland have won the toss, and Bangladesh have duly obliged 2 occasions, batting first, today bowling first and doing the job with the ball in hand. And the selectors are here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. I think they'd be really happy at how things have progressed for the national team.
Yeah, they've been very good ever since that last one-day international against England. They may have lost that series, but from there on in they've been exceptional. Winning the T20 international series against England. Starting so well here against Ireland. Good in all departments as well.
Selector and ex-captain Habibul Bashar. Smile on his face, of course, along with Oved Nizam, director of the cricket board as well. All here speaking to Chandika Hathura Singh. I think it's all about the process with the World Cup in mind.
I'm not sure that this surface was prepared with the World Cup in mind, though. It's highly unlikely that they're going to get something like this in India in October. So this partnership worth 28 now. So into the 16th, 54 for 4, and the players will take a drink.
সকালবেলা তুমি গো চলে কংস্টন আসে আর এটা দিন সময় দাও এই কি মাথা দিকে মাথা দিকে
के पास आएगा जैसे जी जो मैंने पहना हुआ है उस बुकिंग नंबर नीचे पिन पोस्ट है, प्लीज चेक द बुकिंग नंबर डियर। हाँ, बुकिंग नंबर नीचे पिन पोस्ट है। चिकन का कारी कुर्ता किसी को चाहिए वाइट वाला, वो भी बुकिंग करो। स्मॉल टू एक्सेल, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एंड एक्सेल। इसकी क्वालिटी मक्खन है, मैं बार बार बोलूंगी। शालिनी जी सीओडी नहीं है मैम। कल्याणी जी इसमें स्मॉल टू एक्सेल ही सिर्फ आया है। स्मॉल, तुम्हारे पैरों के पास है भैया। स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एंड एक्सेल चिकनकारी वाइट कुर्ता, जिसको चाहिए 450 में बुक कराएंगे जी। 450 फ्री शिपिंग। अ फैबुलस कुर्ता चिकनकारी। नंबर पिन पोस्ट है डियर, नंबर पिन पोस्ट है 9975142086। चिकनकारी कुर्ता जिसको भी चाहिए, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एंड एक्सेल। वेरी ब्यूटीफुल गाइस, आई एम टेलिंग यू, इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल पीस। आप इसकी क्वालिटी देखना, लाजवाब है जी। अब सिर्फ एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल रह गया। सरारा पेप्लम मीडियम लार्ज खत्म हो गया यार, सिर्फ एक्सेल। मैं वही सोच रही हूँ, क्या तुम पगला गए हो, बोल रहे हो एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल बचा है। गाइस इसमें सिर्फ एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल रह गया, बाकी सब ब्रेनियर डबल एक्सेल इज बिहाइंड एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल। हाँ, एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल बाकी के सोल्ड जी। मैं भी घबरा गई, मीडियम लार्ज तुरंत खत्म हो गया। कमाल है जी। चलो, प्योर कॉटन, इसमें आपको सिर्फ मीडियम लार्ज मिलेगा जी। नहीं मैम, पहले वाला बंद है नंबर, आप इस वाले पे करो प्लीज। नो सीओडी, नो कैंसलेशन। प्योर कॉटन, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल 650। 650 में मलमल कॉटन मिलेगा गाइस, पूरा प्रॉमिस है। मीडियम और लार्ज ही है, सिर्फ 650। 2 पीस सेट आएगा, प्योर कॉटन 650। इसमें सिर्फ मीडियम और लार्ज है डियर, इसमें सिर्फ मीडियम और लार्ज है। इसकी वर्क देखो आप, प्योर मलमल कॉटन। मैं अगेन मेंशन करूंगी, मलमल कॉटन मिलेगा। कपड़ा बहुत अच्छा है, रेट हमें कम आया है, हम भी आपको कम रेट में दे रहे। इसमें सिर्फ मीडियम एंड लार्ज। अनारकली विद पजामा है, 2 पीस सेट है, प्योर मलमल कॉटन। कुर्ते की लेंथ 50 इंचेस, बॉटम की लेंथ 47 इंचेस जी। हैप्पी नहीं मैम, मैं बता रही हूँ। मलमल कॉटन गाइस 650 में, इसमें सिर्फ मीडियम और लार्ज आया है। ओनली मीडियम एंड लार्ज। कलर देखो कितना खूबसूरत है जी। 650 विद बॉटम मिलेगा। 600 डबल एक्सेल 650 फ्री शिपिंग। बहुत सुंदर सा प्योर कॉटन का पीस है जी, पूरे वर्क के साथ। पीस बहुत शानदार है, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल। कपड़ा भी बहुत अच्छा है जी। 650 प्योर कॉटन, ओनली मीडियम एंड लार्ज। क्वांटिटी इज वेरी लेस, लिमिटेड स्टॉक है। हाँ, एक्सेल भी सोल्ड, अब सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल है। मीडियम एंड लार्ज 650 फ्री शिपिंग के साथ है, जिसको चाहिए जी। इसमें सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल रह गया जी, ओनली डबल एक्सेल अवेलेबल डियर। ये पेप्लम वाले में ओनली डबल एक्सेल अवेलेबल, ओनली डबल एक्सेल अवेलेबल इफ यू वांट गाइस, ओनली डबल एक्सेल। चिकन कुर्ते की लेंथ 40 इंचेस है मैम, 40 इंचेस। इसमें सरारे में ओनली प्रेरणा जी, आज का आप हर एक स्टॉक आप पसंद करोगे, बहुत सुंदर है। इसमें सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल बचा है डियर, एक्सेल सोल्ड हो गया है, सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल बचा है। ठीक है, चलिए बैक में कुछ है क्या? ब्लैक में देखते हैं मैम, बताऊंगी मैं। इसमें क्या है, मीडियम टू डबल एक्सेल। चलो जी, इतना अच्छा मिलेगा आज का सारा स्टॉक। सस्पेक्टेड स्पैमर कौन कॉल कर रहे हैं? ये देखो जी, सरारा देखो 40-41 इंचेस सरारा है, बहुत सुंदर सा पीस। 650 में मीडियम, लार्ज, एक्सेल और डबल एक्सेल, पूरा चिकनकारी वर्क है। 1 मिनट देखिए फिर बुकिंग करो जी। 650 में मीडियम टू डबल एक्सेल 650 प्लीज क्वांटिटी कम है, थोड़ा सा जल्दी देखो और जल्दी बुकिंग करो, क्वांटिटी कम है जी। वर्क देखो जी, ये नीचे भी सारा चिकन का वर्क, बहुत प्रिटी पीस है जी, लिटरली प्रिटी पीस है। 650 में पैसा वसूल, फुल 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 पैसा वसूल पीस जी। कुर्ता शॉर्ट है थोड़ा, मैं आपको लेंथ बता रही हूँ 40 इंचेस ही होगा। मैंने अगेन योर मूवी ये जिसको चाहिए प्लीज बुकिंग करें जी। 650 में कुर्ता लेंथ 40 है मैम। स्लीव देखो कितना प्यारा सा, 650 फ्री शिपिंग। और ये नीचे इसका हैवी शरारा, मेरी सासू नहीं है, नहीं तो ये देखती तो जरूर रख लेते है ना। शॉर्ट कुर्ते विद शरारा उनको बहुत पसंद है, बहुत ज्यादा पसंद है जी। मीडियम टू डबल एक्सएल 650। ये नीचे पूरा इस तरह से आपको, एक्चुअली ना इसको सिफली वर्क कहते हैं, कुछ लोग नहीं जानते हैं बट तो इसीलिए मैं आपको चिकन वर्क कह रही हूँ। इसको ना सिफली वर्क किया जाता है जी, ठीक है। 650 में, और ये सब थ्रेड एम्ब्रॉयडरी है। Want me to show? अरे उसके ऊपर वाइट कर दिया। ठीक है, नहीं मैम कलर एक ही आया है जी, एक ही कलर आया हुआ है, बहुत सुंदर है जी, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल। रख दूं क्या उनके लिए? रख दूं ना, रख देती हूँ है ना, फिर बाद में मेरे से कहेंगे तूने रखा क्यों नहीं, तूने रखा क्यों नहीं। रख देते हैं, एक रख देते हैं। शॉर्ट हाइटेड लोग बड़े क्यूट लगते हैं ऐसा वाला पहन के। चलिए नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल की ओर मूव करेंगे। इस वाले में सिर्फ मीडियम बचा हुआ है जी। 2 राउंड बता दूं मैं, खैर ज्यादा नहीं है, 2 ही पीस बचा है ना राउंड, बुकिंग आ जाएगी, खत्म हो जाएगा। इसमें सिर्फ मीडियम बचा हुआ है जी, 2 ही पीस बचे। आज क्वांटिटी कम है, वैरायटी बहुत है, क्वांटिटी कम है, लेकिन शानदार प्रोडक्ट आया हुआ है जी। इसमें सिर्फ मीडियम है जी, ओनली मीडियम, रेस्ट ऑल सोल्ड है, ठीक है। 650 में कप्तान मैं फिर से दिखा दूंगी मैम, मैंने इधर चेयर पे रखा हुआ है, आई शो यू अगेन, प्लीज वेट। चलो जी नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल, मीडियम लार्ज स्मॉल मीडियम, राइट, मैंने एक बार चेक करो, स्मॉल भी है ना, हाँ स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सएल। एक और चिकनकारी प्योर कॉटन में कफ्तान में दिखाऊंगी, प्लीज वेट करना मैम। मैम इनकी जो कॉटन फैब्रिक आई हुई है ना एकदम ही प्योर कॉटन है। 450 में कुर्ता आएगा, मैं लेंथ कंफर्म करूंगी। प्योर चिकन के कुर्ते 44 लेंथ के नहीं आते, प्योर कॉटन, फ्रंट बैक पूरा वर्क आएगा। 450, 450 रुपए विद फ्री शिपिंग, प्योर कॉटन का आएगा, स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सएल। क्वांटिटी इज वेरी लिमिटेड गाइस, पहले आप लेंथ सुनिए। नहीं कर रहे मैम, बुकिंग ज्यादा है, मैं फिर से बोलूंगी थोड़ा सा। 39 इंचेस लेंथ आएगी मैम, 39 इंचेस इसकी लेंथ आएगी। टॉप लूज नहीं है मैम, ये पैटर्न है, ये इस तरह से यहाँ पे इलास्टिक है और ये फॉलिंग है, तो टॉप इसी तरह से ये आपको ना क्या कहते हैं, क्रॉप टॉप है और लहंगा है इसके साथ। लहंगे में आप देखो जी इधर हुक भी है, डोरी भी है और जिप भी है, एवरीथिंग गाइस, हुक डोरी और जिप तीनों चीज मिलेगा। दिस इज ऑफ वो ब्रांड, अनक ब्रांड, ठीक है। प्योर कॉटन 450 फ्री शिपिंग, फुल चिकन में आएगा जी, फ्रंट भी और बैक भी, फ्रंट भी और बैक भी, बहुत सुंदर है। प्योर कॉटन, प्योर कॉटन। आप इसकी क्वालिटी देखना डियर, 450 में जो चीज आप ले रहे हो ना, इसकी क्वालिटी देखिएगा, बहुत अच्छी है। मीडियम टू डबल एक्सएल, फ्रंट बैक पूरा वर्क जी। 450 में मीडियम, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सएल और डबल एक्सएल, प्योर कॉटन। गर्मियों में ये अभी बहुत पहना जाता है, सारे लोग प्रिफर करते हैं चिकन पहनना। व्हाइट एक है मैम, इसमें व्हाइट भी है बट व्हाइट का थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट डिजाइन है, मैं आप बोलोगे मैं दिखा दूंगी, व्हाइट का थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट डिजाइन है जी। राहुल इसकी व्हाइट एक बार दो प्लीज, आ जाएगा गायत्री मैम, प्लीज आप आ जाएगा, वेट कर लो जी, आ जाएगा। खुशबू ठाकुर जी अभी कॉल ना करें मैम, कोई कॉल रिसीव नहीं करेगा। खुशबू ठाकुर जी प्लीज वेट करो। व्हाइट में स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एंड एक्सेल के 2-3 पीस बचे हैं जी। 450 प्योर मलमल कॉटन। रेड में स्मॉल है, व्हाइट में नहीं है डियर, इसमें मीडियम टू एक्सेल है। राहुल इस व्हाइट में स्मॉल है, स्मॉल है गाइस, इसमें भी स्मॉल है। स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल प्योर कॉटन जी, स्मॉल टू एक्सेल। इसका कपड़ा और भी फाइन है जी, व्हाइट वाले का कपड़ा एकदम ही फाइन कॉटन है, एकदम ही फाइन कॉटन है गाइस, बहुत सुंदर। ब्लैक में देखना पड़ेगा मैम, देखना पड़ेगा। व्हाइट मैंने आपको दिखा दिया, रेड मैंने आपको दिखा दिया। चिकन का बहुत स्टॉक आया हुआ है, मैं देखती हूँ जो भी है मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ। गायत्री बोल से जी आ जाएगा मैम आपका स्टॉक, आई मीन आपका प्रोडक्ट आ जाएगा, प्लीज डू नॉट वरी। भैया कैन यू ओपन दिस? यार हाँ यार, आप लोग ना कल का मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ कितने लोगों ने पेमेंट नहीं किया। ऐसा करोगे तो कैसे काम चलेगा बताओ आप, है ना? सबकी फोटो नहीं मारे क्या? इसलिए डाल दो। चलो जी, एक कप्तान सेट ले लो जी, मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल, स्मॉल एक्सेल चेक करो। कप्तान इन बांधनी, स्मॉल इज देयर, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल, ये भी बहुत सुंदर है जी। कप्तान सेट बहुत सुंदर, पैंट देखो जी, प्योर कॉटन बांधनी कप्तान सेट, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल। 650 में बुकिंग डालना, 650 फ्री शिपिंग, लेस वर्क 650 फ्री शिपिंग, मल्टी कलर बांधनी कप्तान सेट, प्योर कॉटन का, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल और डबल एक्सेल, बॉटम के नीचे भी वर्क। स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल, थोड़ा सा फास्ट प्राइस, क्वांटिटी नहीं है, मैं अगेन एंड अगेन बोल रही हूँ। आज का स्टॉक बहुत जानदार शानदार है, लेकिन क्वांटिटी नहीं है। कप्तान आपके सामने है, सुमन देवी जी, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल। आपका मैसेज रीड हो जाता है, कोई जवाब नहीं आता है तो वो पीस सोल्ड है, वो साइज सोल्ड है, आपको समझना है जी। बहुत सुंदर है जी ये कप्तान सेट, तो इतना कलरफुल, इतना प्यारा है, इसकी लेस भी इतनी खूबसूरत है। 650 में 650, इतना सस्ता दिया है डियर। प्योर कॉटन, मस्त शानदार पीस मिलेगा, मीडियम से स्मॉल से लेके डबल एक्सेल। नो सीओडी मिनी मैम, नो कैंसिलेशन मिनी मैम, नो सीओडी नो कैंसिलेशन जी। खुशी जी आप दूसरे नंबर पे व्हाट्सएप कर रहे हो, ये नए नंबर पे करो डियर। न्यू नंबर पिन पोस्ट है जी। सारे लोग सोच रहे हैं मैंने ब्लॉक किया, मैं क्या 24 घंटे क्या ब्लॉकिंग में बैठूं? नहीं जी, कोई ब्लॉक नहीं है, वो नंबर नहीं काम कर रहा है, नया नंबर पे बुकिंग डालो, न्यू नंबर पे बुकिंग डालो जी, न्यू नंबर पे। दिव्या मैम 1 मिनट बता रही हूँ, माई ड्रेस ओनली 1000 मैम, अनक ब्रांड का पूरा लहंगा चोली है, 35 इंचेस बॉटम लेंथ, 35 इंचेस। कुर्ते की लेंथ बता रही हूँ, इट विल गो अप टू 46 आई गेस। नहीं मैम, नहीं मैम, एक ही है, 46 इंचेस जी। स्वाति जी आप लोग ना उस नंबर पे मैसेज डाल रहे हो, उस नंबर पे अभी मैसेज नहीं आएंगे, न्यू नंबर पे प्लीज डालो जी, न्यू नंबर पे प्लीज मैसेज डालो जी। स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल एंड डबल एक्सेल 650 में बुकिंग करेंगे जी, 650 फ्री शिपिंग। ब्यूटीफुल पीस है जी, इसको भी चाहिए। वरंगा मैंने ना पिक्चर्स डाल दिया है पेज पे, वही अवेलेबल है मेरे पास, बाकी के पीसेस सोल्ड है जी। प्लीज न्यू नंबर पे बुकिंग डालिए डियर, न्यू नंबर पे बुकिंग डालिए, आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट है न्यू नंबर पे बुकिंग डालिए। न्यू नंबर नीचे पिन पोस्ट है मैडम, न्यू नंबर नीचे पिन पोस्ट है। मैं आपको फिर से बताती हूँ डाउन करो जी, खुशी मैम नोट डाउन करो। मुझे पता है सारे लोग ये लिख रहे, कमेंट पे भी लिख रहे तूने मुझे ब्लॉक कर दिया, आपने मुझे ब्लॉक कर दिया। मैंने किसी को ब्लॉक नहीं किया है। 48 आवर्स के अंदर हमने किसी को भी ब्लॉक नहीं किया है जी, किसी को भी नहीं डियर, किसी को भी नहीं। प्लीज डोंट थिंक कि हमने किसी को ब्लॉक किया है। वो नंबर अभी टेम्पररी नहीं चल रहा है, कुछ तो इशू है, हो जाने तो ठीक, बनने को दिया है। नहीं अस्मिता जी एक ही कलर, ठीक है। तो प्लीज न्यू नंबर नोट डाउन कीजिए 9975142086। न्यू नंबर पिन पोस्ट भी है जी, न्यू नंबर पिन पोस्ट है, न्यू नंबर पे प्लीज बुकिंग डालिए जी। चलो इसमें साइजेस चेक करो, स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सेल। चलिए जी, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल डबल एक्सेल, पूरा चिकन सिफली चिकन गाउन, सिफली चिकन गाउन जी। मैं गोवा से हूँ, प्रतिभा मिश्रा जी। स्मॉल से लेके डबल एक्सेल, प्योर कॉटन में जी गाउन आएगा, बहुत ही खूबसूरत है, सिर्फ 600 रुपए में जी। वेरी ब्यूटीफुल लवली फैबुलस चिकन गाउन, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल एंड डबल एक्सेल, प्योर कॉटन, पूरा सिफली वर्क आएगा, सिर्फ और सिर्फ 600 रुपए, फ्री शिपिंग में जी। चिकन वर्क और ये जो है ये सब सिफली वर्क कहते हैं जी, प्योर कॉटन है, बहुत सुंदर है। अंदर लाइनिंग भी मिलेगी आपको, स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सेल, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज। लाइनिंग नहीं है जी, लाइनिंग नहीं है, एक मिनट, इसके अंदर लाइनिंग नहीं है जी, प्योर कॉटन, प्योर कॉटन जी। कपड़ा थिक है, ट्रांसपेरेंट नहीं होगा, बट लाइनिंग नहीं है, ठीक है। कलर नहीं मैम, ये फिर दूसरा पैटर्न है, मैं दिखाऊंगी। इसमें आपको ये ब्लू शेड ही मिलेगा, और यहाँ पे इलास्टिक है जी, यहाँ पे इलास्टिक है, इसको वन पीस के जैसे पहनिए। आपको मैं एक बात बताती हूँ, ऐसा ही ड्रेस कल मैंने एक वेस्टर्न होलसेलर से बात किया, 600 उनकी होलसेल प्राइस थी जी। ऐसा ही ड्रेस सेम टू सेम, 4-5 कलर थे उनके पास, 600 रुपए का होलसेल प्राइस था जी। 600 रुपए फ्री शिपिंग, स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सेल, ब्यूटीफुल ब्लू ग्रे शेड है जी, सिफली में है। आप बोलोगे मैं पहन के दिखा दूंगी, बहुत खूबसूरत सा पीस है। स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल एंड डबल एक्सेल, मैं पहन के दिखा दूंगी, थोड़ा सा टाइम देना। सिर्फ 600 रुपए में। चिकन और सिफली बहुत महंगा होता है जी। हाँ जी लेंथ, हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी, 600 रुपए फ्री शिपिंग। लेंथ बता रही हूँ, इसको वन पीस ड्रेस जैसे पहन लेना, बहुत सुंदर लगेगा। इसके साथ नीचे बॉटम ना भी पहनो तो भी बड़ा कूल सा पीस है जी। 49 इंचेस लेंथ है, 49 इंचेस। सुलोचना मैम 49 इंचेस इसकी लेंथ आएगी। मैं पहन के दिखाऊंगी, वन पीस जैसे ही पहन के दिखाऊंगी, कितना प्यारा सा पीस है, देखिएगा आप। स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सेल, स्मॉल मीडियम लार्ज एक्सेल एंड डबल एक्सेल, ओनली एंड ओनली 600 रुपए में। 600 रुपए। कप्तान में क्या बचा है गाइस? ये वाली दो बताओ, कप्तान दो, एक दे रही है गाइस। इसमें एक एक पीस बचे हैं, अगर किसी को चाहिए 650 के कप्तान में एक एक पीस है, अगर किसी को चाहिए आप बुकिंग करा लो। 650 के कप्तान में एक एक पीस है जी, जिसको चाहिए प्लीज बुकिंग कराना। सिर्फ एक्सेल सोल्ड है आई गेस, बाकी के पीसेस हैं। नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल, इस वाले में स्मॉल है क्या, चेक करो। इन दिस ब्लू, वो नहीं है, ये भी ऐसा चिकन वाला है, डाउन डाउन जैसा, इसके नीचे ही होगा। 600 ये दो ही साइज है भाई, ये 11 दो ही साइज है। स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सेल गाइस, इसमें भी स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सेल प्योर कॉटन 600 रुपए में गाउन दे रही हूँ, चिकन सिपली वर्क वाला। मैंने पहना है सिर्फ 1000 रुपीज का लहंगा चोली, अनक ब्रांड का है मैम, 600 रुपए में जी, प्योर कॉटन में। ये सिपली मैं एक पहन के दिखाऊंगी ना, आपको लुक समझ में आएगा। ये देखो जी, प्योर कॉटन। आप इसको ना एज अ वन पीस ड्रेस भी पहन सकते हो, स्मॉल से लेके डबल एक्सेल तक। प्योर कॉटन 600 रुपए। एक ग्रे कलर दिखाया, एक ब्लू कलर दिखाया जी, 2 कलर दिखाए मैंने। आप प्लीज कलर लिखना, ग्रे चाहिए या ब्लू चाहिए, है ना। ये डार्क ब्लू है, वो ग्रे ब्लू शेड है जी, ये डार्क ब्लू है। दोनों 600 रुपए में, जिसको चाहिए प्लीज बुकिंग कराएं। कप्तान सेट में सिर्फ लार्ज बचा हुआ है। हाँ जी, मेरी ड्रेस का एक और कलर है, मैं दिखाती हूँ, 1 मिनट वेट करना। नीता मैम कोई बात नहीं मैम। इसमें जी स्मॉल से लेके डबल एक्सेल, बैक साइड में भी पूरा चिकन वर्क आएगा। 2 कलर मैंने दिखाया, एक ग्रे दिखाया, एक ब्लू दिखाया। या जिसको जो कलर पसंद आया है वो कलर आप बुकिंग करा लें। 600 रुपए में चिकन गाउन जी, इतना सुंदर। आप इसकी होलसेल पता करने के लिए निकलो, 600 का होलसेल का मिल रहा है जी। गाइस खुला हुआ प्लीज दे दो ना, ये पीछे पड़ा है। इसमें सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल है डियर। नहीं मैम लाइनिंग नहीं है, मोटा है कपड़ा। मैं आपको ऐसे ही पहन के दिखा दूंगी, ट्रांसपेरेंट भी नहीं है, देख लेना। इस वाले में वो रहा, इस वाले में सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल। इसकी बहुत इंक्वायरी आई, लेकिन हमारे पास स्टॉक नहीं थे, अब सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल ही है। इस वाले में सरारा सेट, 2 पीस सेट 650, ओनली डबल एक्सेल। कितने पीस बचे? 2 पीस बचे जी, ओनली डबल एक्सेल अवेलेबल जी। सरारा सेट 2 पीस है, सरारा सेट 2 पीस है जी, 650 में सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल बचा है। इसकी आप लोगों ने बहुत इंक्वायरी डाली, लेकिन स्टॉक सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल का है जी हमारे पास। एक्सेल वाले लेना चाहते हैं डबल एक्सेल तो ले सकते हो जी। साइड में इसके टसल्स हैं, आप पीछे टाई कर सकते हो। बाकी के सब साइजेस सोल्ड है। इस वाले की बुकिंग सिर्फ डबल एक्सेल, या फिर एक्सेल लेना चाहते हो तो साइड में टसल से आप टाइट कर लेना, ठीक है। 650 में मैम, ये रानी कलर है, रानी कलर, दिस इज इन रानी कलर। ओनली डबल एक्सेल मेरे पास बचा हुआ है, एक्सेल वाले भी ले सकते हैं। साइड की डोरी टाइट कर लीजिएगा, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल की ओर मूव करेंगे। जो मैंने वेयर किया है, इसका मैं आपको एक बार दूसरा कलर रिपीट में दिखा दूं। आप बोलोगे तो मैं पहन के भी दिखा दूंगी। अनक ब्रांड का है, दिस इज मिंत्रा पे है, आप चेक करो। 5399, 5399 का लहंगा चोली है। यहाँ पे इसकी इलास्टिक आएगी, ये फिट हो जाएगा। ऊपर से ऐसी आपको ब्लाउज आएगी। दिस इज द लहंगा, फुल लहंगा। मैंने लूज पहना हुआ, आई लाइक टू वेयर लूज लहंगा, एंड दिस इज विथ फ्लेयर। इसके साथ नीचे अस्तर लाइनिंग भी मिलेगा, ब्लाउज में भी लाइनिंग है, लहंगे में भी लाइनिंग है। एक्स्ट्रा स्मॉल 34 से लेके 44 तक सारे साइजेस है। बोलिए राव, एक्स्ट्रा स्मॉल से लेके मेरे गिन ना इसका एक्सेल डार्क ब्लू, एक्स्ट्रा स्मॉल, स्मॉल, मीडियम, लार्ज, एक्सेल एंड डबल एक्सेल। प्राइस इज 1000, फ्री शिपिंग। इसका मैं दूसरा कलर दिखा देती हूँ, जिसको भी चाहिए होगा। पूरी ब्रांड पैकिंग के साथ आएगी आपको, ऐसा ही पॉलिथिन ब्रांड पैकिंग के साथ मिलेगा आपको। MRP टैग, ब्रांड पैकिंग सब कुछ मिलेगा। 1000 रुपए का ब्यूटीफुल सा लहंगा चोली, कहीं भी पहनो यार, बहुत खूबसूरत है। किसी भी फंक्शन में पहन लो अपने। यस, इसने तो बोला स्मॉल टू डबल एक्सेल। सेकेंड कलर ऑप्शन आएगा, ये जो मैंने पहना हुआ है। शानू उधर घर पे है दिया, मैं बता रही हूँ। 1 मिनट शांत, 1 मिनट शांत। इतना हाइपर होने की जरूरत नहीं है। सेकेंड कलर जो मैंने वेयर किया उसमें जी, जो मैंने वेयर किया उसका सेकेंड कलर ये आएगा ब्लू, और इसके साथ आएगा पिंक।